Okay, I need to do these other errands, but I'm not going to jack with it today. I've got to get a bunch of work done today, and I got to do errands this morning. I really need to go take care of business here. So I got my 2 shipments, and that's all that matters right this second. I really need to get those ready to go up online. So, I just had the most heartfelt moment at Walmart. And I'm not going to tell you which one, but I had just gone to the gas station and made a purchase over there, and then a guy, really nice guy, looked familiar, little guy, with a really nice white car, kind of walked near my car to the passenger window, which I had down a little bit, and I mean, it's in the afternoon here, it's like 1:45, and he smiled, and he had a thing in his hand, a round thing in his hand. It was gray and blue, and or silver and blue, and he said, "Hey, you know, I got 2 of these, and I was just offering to you because I've seen you here, and I want you to be safe." He said, "It's for your window." And I was like, "How do you know?" He said, "I've seen you." I said, "I got a really good friend that works over here, a very good friend that I used to work with, and he knows." Because he'd seen me a few times over there. And he said, "No, I see you." And he said, "Honestly, I'm kind of in the same boat as you." Yeah, these freaking tourists dragging their brakes while there's like 5 cars behind them waiting to go. And so, he said, "I wanted you to be safe." He said, "But I've seen you." He says, "I work here." And I said, "Well, am I in trouble?" And he goes, "No, as a matter of fact, I had to talk with my manager because there's, you know, a few people boondocking over here." And I said, "Yeah, I know, and they got all the signs and the city ordinance, and like, you have to be careful because the police will arrest you. They will handcuff you." And although the Walmart website, Sam Walton was very into travelers, and he wanted to make it to where people could take their RV and travel and park at Walmart, and they would shop there and all that, but it got out of hand. Since he's passed away, it's got out of hand, and there's quite a few Walmarts that he had put signs up, no overnight camping, parking, any of that stuff. And so, it's the reason for that is because people trash the place. They empty their sewage into the parking lot. They just let it sit there and drain. And that's wrong and illegal too. And they, open up the awnings, and they put their levelizers down, and it cracks up their asphalt, and they take up 14 parking spaces, instead of parking in 7 or parking on the edge of the lot. And they'll get as close to the store as they can and take up 14 parking spaces. And when it's more than one RV, it just sucks because there's a lot of elderly people and they need to park closer to the store. And it's not fair when you can't hardly walk and you got to park in the back 40 and you don't want to because tourists are putting their big old RVs up there instead of going to pay to put it somewhere and going to be disrespectful. And so they leave it up to the jurisdiction of each Walmart to decide whether they will allow boondockers or not. And so the ones that have the signs up is because people have abused it and they're done. They're tired of them throwing their trash all over the parking lot and their beer cans and their liquor bottles and emptying sewage and taking up all kinds of parking by the door and parking in exactly the wrong places, like parking by auto. Are you stupid? These people got to be there at 6. They got to open the doors by 7. They have very limited parking. And you're going to put a big damn RV over there or park your car over there in Boondock? No. You are wrong. And the Allstate's website is wrong 80% of the time. So don't even believe in that. But yeah, so, he said he talked to his manager and he said the manager's okay with it as long as you're not trashing the place up. And you're quiet and you're respectful, you know. I cruise in sometimes real late at night over there and you know, crash out, and usually I'm up early in the morning. My car gets beat to death in these parking lots. I just want to vomit. It's like I need a paint job. I've ruined it. And it's factory paint. That's what's so sad. But yeah, so this guy says, he asked this thing, and he says, I got two, and I want to give you one, and it'll keep you safe and stuff. And I'm like, ugh. I just want to cry. I was like, how do you know I see you? And I said, well, and so now he works 80 hours a week for Walmart. There's another employee over there that stays in their car, and I know him. He's a doll. I've already helped him with the car, working on it and stuff too, for nothing. But he says, I'm you know, homeless too, and there's nothing that you can get to rent around here. And I said, I know. I said, you know, the Tampa area is probably the best answer, but because this place is ruined by all the tourists that have come, so now we have nothing to rent when we live here. So anyway, he's like, yeah, I work 80 hours a week. And I said, well, you know, that's to the point of where you don't even need a house because you're not even going to enjoy it. And you might as well save your money, and then you can buy a place. But, you know, when the market goes back down, but, which it's dropped already. It crashed a couple times in the past few months. And it'll come back down a little bit more to normal, but it's like not even worth it to him to get a place to rent at the rates that it is now. It's just skyrocketed. So he boondocks there at the Walmart in a relatively new vehicle. Nicest guy, probably, I bet he's maybe 21, 22. And just the nicest, sweetest person. And I about cried. It was just really a heartfelt thing to reach out. And he's like, I want you to be safe, and I worry about you. I've seen you. And I said, well, I really appreciate your kindness and watching out for me. That is really, really nice of you. And I didn't know this guy was boondocking. I see cars, I know certain cars that come to these places, and I know they're boondockers. And some are assholes and some are okay. Right now they got an asshole that's in a black Charger with Oklahoma tag over there that's parks by an auto at night. And I don't know if it's two guys that are best friends or two gay guys or what it is, but they're young guys. And they're an absolute nuisance. And they sleep in a car with the windows up. Like you can see all the stuff on the inside of the windows and stuff. And especially with two people, oh my God. No. You do not boondock with the windows up. I don't care if it's winter or summer or it's raining. I don't care. You've got to crack those windows. And especially in the summer, you really got to have a lot of window. Because you could die very quickly, you know, especially in Florida with the heat. If you don't have enough air. So another good thing to invest in is, you know, those old-timey, really ugly, they're like vent covers that go over the tops of your windows. They look really bad. And they make them in plastic or chrome and stuff like that. But yeah, they may be hokey, but it's a way you can crack the window without the rain coming in. And that's a really super good investment. You can get them at the local parts house that are custom for your car, to fit your car, would be the better place to get it. Or the people that make them, there's a really good one online that makes them. And instead of being the bubble look, they're the flush look, so it looks like the window's not even open. It matches the car. Oh, look at the two big crabs in the chairs, how cute. That's a real good thing to invest in. Where people don't even know your windows are open. And but that was the most heartfelt thing. I just went and cried. It was so sweet to have a stranger, you know, do something kind for a stranger. And obviously he's been seeing me around or watching me. And I'm really friendly to everybody, and I do business with the Walmarts because, I mean, that's like my hotel, you know, a lot of the time. So, you know, wherever I stay, I do business there because it's a respectful thing to do, you know. I have to watch my pennies so I can get a new place, and that's the way it is. But, I mean, I'm not afraid to tell people, yeah, I'm boondocking. Because there's hundreds of them here in this area because of the illegal evictions and stuff, whether they paid rent or not. So I'm just trying to get my work finished here so I can move on, and do some traveling around and look at some other locations to open other business up, and in the meantime keep my other businesses afloat. And so I have to work every day. Every single day. Right now I've lost several hours today, but the weather's good, so I can work till later this evening as long as it doesn't get creepy down at the storages. But there's video all over the place, so that's quite safe. And yeah, there's boondockers there, but I'd be afraid to, and it's in my lease not to, and I'm not going to sleep in a storage unit. I know too much about storage places from people cooking meth in them, and I don't want to be sleeping and breathing that crap and have my nervous system destroyed because it's permanent. I know a girl that's ruined like that from a guy cooking it in a trailer house, and she's running for life, and the most beautiful girl, oh my gosh. And it's really hard to talk to her because she's bebopping all over the place, and it's because of the damage that she suffered from this guy cooking that crap every night in the house. But things happen in storages. I wouldn't want to be there if there was a fire. They're not supposed to store cars in there, but some people do and don't tell the place, and they don't prep them to be in the storage, like, you know, empty the fuel out, and man, I wish my car wash was open over here, but I think he's folded to have all those booths they got. I really like that car wash. But anyway, you know, it's just a difficult situation, and you just got to deal with it, and that's the way it goes. But it's really sweet to have somebody reach out to you, and they've seen you, and it's like, you know, I'm not afraid to tell you. I'll be honest with you, you know. It's very scary. It's not an easy thing to do. It's really hard on your body. I don't care how old you are. On the really cold nights in the 20s, and you're just breathing pneumonia. You're just sick. And in the heat, people try to break into your car, and you're laying in it, and that's really scary. It's like, are you stupid? Why would you try to break in my car with a body in it, you know? You know, I've had them try to siphon the gas out of my car twice, but I've got a locking gas cap. I'm not stupid. Gas is a big thing nowadays. I did it for poison, because working in the nightclub industry with entertainers and that, not just, and I've watched people siphon gas in parking lots of those places too, but it's not just for that. I knew a girl that had her car poisoned, a brand new car that her money man bought her, and somebody poisoned the car, and it blew the car complete. She had it about 2 or 3 months, brand new car. And she's like, I'm so stupid. I could have spent $20 on a locking gas cap. I'm like, you're right. And that would have helped to stop them. There's no guarantee with that either. There's a way that you can get those off, and I don't want to tell you about that, but anyway. But yeah, so it's a rough way to go. I guess I'm blessed because I have a lot of room in this car. I'm rolling my cowboy Cadillac, and it could be better if I start dismantling stuff out of the car, and I really don't want to do all that. It's really hard on your knees. Oh God, it's so bad on your knees. I mean, sometimes I get up in the morning and I can't even walk, and I get out of the car. I probably look like I'm 100 years old. That's why when the guys see me, it's probably like, oh God, I feel so sorry for her. And I carry a cane in the car too. I have to use one on occasion. I bad damage in my back from several years ago, and I'm a walking miracle. And sometimes it comes back to haunt me. But yeah, it's bad, painful on your knees, very bad, painful, and it's scary. It's really bad when people pull up to your car and they're drunk or high, and they're banging doors into your car and they're loud, or play their ghetto music and it's like 3 in the morning, you know. I mean, just crazy stupid stuff. Or the guy that comes to pick up workers and they leave all their cars in the Walmart parking lot, which they're not supposed to, and he's honking endlessly, and they're sitting right there parked next to me, right? And it's like, how stupid is that? And so they're gonna wake me up, and it's real hard for me to go back to sleep. Sometimes I just sit and watch. I feel like the cop, you know, sitting there watch till I feel like it's a safe time to go to sleep. I watch the area before I get ready to go to sleep. Sometimes I get creeped out and I'll leave. Every once in a while, things get real weird. I will just leave and go to another place, no matter how far away it is, because if I don't feel comfortable, I'm scared. Now, I can see out, and a lot of them can't see in too good on my vehicle because some of it's blacked out. But not that I black out, it just came that way. I don't want it blacked out because I want to be able to see. But yeah, so it's not the easiest thing in the world. No, I'm not embarrassed by it. Such is life. You deal with things as you got to do, and that's just what I'm going to do. But I do work every day. I don't have a choice. The only way out is up, and that's what it is for me. So I have thousands of dollars in stock that needs to be listed. It's in storage. It loses money sitting there, and I don't feel safe working it in public at this point with the pandemic. So I've made my choice there. On the other business, all I need to do is find a location anywhere in the United States, and I'm ready to roll. And that's like almost $300 a day pay for me, which is cool. But I'm trying to get things one at a time. I'm going to try to, if I can get a lot of the stuff listed and get it sold, it will cut down more of my storage, because 80% of what I own is retail stock that's in storage. So that's what I do. And then I buy auction storages every once in a while for pennies on the dollar, and then I resell that stuff off and do very, very well with that. And so I can make my money pretty instantaneously off that. But other than that, you know, yeah, it's tough. It hurts more inside than it does on the outside, because there's sometimes where the weather's rough and scary and you don't have a home to go to. There's a lot of things that bother you. Things that you can't do. You can't cook. You know, you got to go to the bathroom all day and all night long so that you'll be able to, you know, stay in the vehicle and not have to worry about where am I going to go in the middle of the night, because now with the pandemic, a lot of stuff's closed. And so it's different. Yes, it's hard to pee in a cup, okay? It's hard to store your urine in a, you know, gallon or half-gallon container until morning. The smell, you want to gag. Even though it's enclosed and everything, just the smell. It's just different. You don't know what life is till you have to live it rough like that. You should really thank the grace of God that you can go in the shower anytime you want. I have to go to a gym. And with a million other people. Or wait till late at night or 4 in the morning to go in when there's only about 4 people there. You know, because I'm afraid. And you're exposed to the public. You're just exposed to the public all the time, which is really deathly. And so it's like, God, you know, I hope I don't, you know, get sick and die because I was exposed to the public like this. You got to wear a mask every time you're near people and you're not, you know, outside, and you have to go do your laundry at a washateria, and there might be like 100 people there, and people are disrespectful and they don't wear masks, and they think when you open the door you're opening it for them. I don't know why people think that. It's like I go to the door to go open the door and you're just gonna rush in there and go, excuse me, and it's like I look like door service. You know, going to public bathrooms, I hate that. I really do. Because public bathrooms are just dirty. And there's a million people that have gone there before you. And you don't want to touch anything because of the germs. You just don't. And you can only wash your hands so many times a day. I used to do that hand wash thing all day long. And it was like my skin was falling off my bones. It's just like, mother of God. You know, soap is just really hard on you. Just eat your hands up. And, you know, you're limited on clothes. It's not like you can walk to your closet and go, gosh, I'll wear this today and these pair of shoes. And, you know, I love to dress, but, and you can't dress real fancy or real nice boondocking because then they think you have money. And so you got to be careful. You got to be low profile, super low profile. So, yeah, it's hard and it hurts. It really hurts. But, you know, I've got to take care of my business. At least I'm working every day. That's all that matters. And, you know, I'm just going to, you know, follow my mode here and try to get finished up. You know, just roll with it for the time being. I'd love to stay here in this area. I've loved this area for a great many years. I've come down here to work. Whether I rented here or stayed in a hotel or boondocked. It's different when you do it when you're traveling than when you have to do it every day. You realize who your friends are, your so-called really great close friends. You will be surprised if you need to borrow $5 or you know, you wished you could park in their driveway, you know, and you get no offers and no help. And you know, you don't drink, you don't do drugs, you're a clean, good, God-loving person, and it's like, man, you know, I thought I had real friends. I'm intrigued that the gate is closed. But anyway, yeah, it's a hard way to roll. But, you know, such is life. You got to roll with it. Like I say, there's only one way up. When you hit bottom is you know, up, period, up. So I don't give up easy. Never have and never will. You know, I've rebuilt my empire 2 times. I'm going for the 3rd. And the only thing that's going to stop me is probably my health. Because it's not real good. And I can't afford medical right now. So, just roll with it. I didn't get to wash my car. I hate this part of these people sitting behind me, but I think I know. Yeah, I know that guy. He's a cool cat. He helped me out one night and jumped the car, thank God. He's a good guy. Okay. His fiance threw him out of the house, poor thing. And so he's been boondocking. Nice guy though, but he works. I hope he got that job at the base. People, you gotta move your car closer to the door, Jesus Christ. Something realtor. Oh, there's a bunch of shit next to it. Stack it up and organize it. It'd be so much better. I gotta do a lot of that in the next few days because I've gotta get rid of that one little storage that I got, a temporary one, and then there might be some auctions this month. So we'll see. Anyway, I hope you guys have a terrific day. Stay positive. Do something kind for a stranger. Love everybody. And too much of a good thing is wonderful, and we'll take a whole ton of that. Talk to you later.